Hello friends, this is Sanjay Arora from New Delhi, India. I welcome all of you to my YouTube channel Legally Determined. Today I would demystify the concept of ATO, Aggregate Turnover, under Section 2, Subsection 6, vis-a-vis registration under Section 22, Subsection 1 of the CGST Act 2017, respectively. Central Goods and Services Tax Act 2017. Major class of person required to obtain registration under Section 22 of the CGST Act 2017. Broadly, there are four categories of persons required to take registration. First, person who is required to obtain registration on the basis of ATO, aggregate turnover. Second, person holding license under an existing law, migrated taxpayer. Third, business carried on by the taxable person registered under the GST law is transferred whether on account of succession or otherwise to another person as a going concern. Fourth, registration in case of transfer of business consequent to amalgamation or demerger. This full session concerns aggregate turnover ATO under Section 2, Subsection 6 and registration on the basis of ATO under Section 22, Subsection 1 of the CGST Act 2017 respectively. Definition. The definition of ATO, aggregate turnover. Aggregate turnover means the aggregate value of all taxable supplies, sale, transfer, barter, exchange, license, rental, lease or disposal, excluding the value of inward supplies on which tax is payable by a person on reverse charge mechanism. Exempt supplies, exports of goods or services or both, and interstate supplies of persons having the same permanent account number to be computed on all India basis but excludes central tax, state tax, union territory tax, integrated tax and cess. In other words, ATO is equal to aggregate value of all taxable supplies plus exempt supplies plus exports plus interstate supplies minus value of inward supplies on which GST payable on RCM, namely reverse charge mechanism, plus GST plus cess, subject to the same PAN permanent account number on all India basis. Taxable supply, Section 2, 108 of the CGST Act 2017. Taxable supply means a supply of goods or services or both which is leviable under sections 9, 1, 5, 1 to tax under the CGST Act 2017 and the IGST Act 2017 respectively. Non-taxable supply, Section 2, subsection 78 of the CGST Act 2017. Non-taxable supply means a supply of goods or services or both which is not leviable under sections 9, 1, 5, 1 and 9, 2, 5, 2 to tax under the Central Goods and Services Tax Act and under the Integrated Goods and Services Tax Act 2017 respectively. Inward supply, Section 2, subsection 67 of the CGST Act 2017. Inward supply in relation to a person shall mean receipt of goods or services or both, whether by purchase, acquisition or any other means with or without consideration. Reverse charge mechanism, also known as RCM, Section 9, subsection 3 of the CGST Act 2017. Section 9, subsection 3 of the CGST Act 2017 defines reverse charge mechanism. Generally, the supplier of goods or services is liable to pay GST. Reverse charge means the liability to pay tax is on the recipient of supply of goods or services instead of the supplier of such goods or services in respect of the notified category of supply. Section 24 of the CGST Act 2017 provides for the compulsory registration for the recipient in RCM, and the supplier is exempt from registration. The threshold limit for the registration of the recipient in case of RCM is not applicable. The recipient shall issue payment voucher and also issue tax invoice if the supplier is unregistered. The mode of payment in case of reverse charge mechanism is only cash. ATO for the recipient in case of reverse charge mechanism is not a part of ATO but the part of ATO for the supplier. In case of RCM, the recipient can avail ITC if eligible. However, the supplier cannot avail ITC. Exempt supply section 2 subsection 47 of the CGST Act 2017. Exempt supply means supply of any goods or services or both which attracts nil rate of tax, means 0% tax, or which may be wholly exempt from tax under section 11 of the CGST Act or under section 6 of the IGST Act, and includes non-taxable supply, for instance alcoholic liquor for human consumption. Exempt supply excludes supply as per section 7 subsection 2 of the CGST Act 2017. Activities or transactions specified in schedule 3rd thereof, which will be treated neither as a supply of goods nor a supply of services under GST. For instance, services by an employee to an employer in the course of or in relation to his employment. For instance, services by any court or tribunal established under any law for the time being in force. Section 2 subsection 112. Turnover in a state or turnover in union territory. Turnover in state or turnover in union territory means the aggregate value of all taxable supplies, excluding the value of inward supplies on which tax is payable by a person on reverse charge mechanism, and exempt supplies made within a state or union territory by a taxable person, exports of goods or services or both, and interstate supplies of goods or services or both made from the state or union territory by the said taxable person, but excludes central tax, state tax, union territory tax, integrated tax, and cess. You should have to take notice that turnover in a state or turnover in union territory is the same that of aggregate turnover. The separate definition is given for the specific purpose like computing tax on composition scheme or for deciding jurisdiction of person. Explanation 1 to section 10 subsection 5 aggregate turnover inserted by Finance Act number 2 2019 vide NN 1 2020 dated 1/1/2020 1st Jan 2020 for the purposes of computing aggregate turnover of a person for determining his eligibility to pay tax under this section. The expression aggregate turnover shall include the value of supplies made by such person from the first day of April of a financial year up to the date when he becomes liable for registration under this Act, but shall not include the value of exempt supply of services provided by way of extending deposits, loans or advances in so far as the consideration is represented by way of interest or discount. Explanation to section 22 aggregate turnover. For the purposes of this section, the expression aggregate turnover shall include all supplies made by the taxable person, whether on his own account, meaning thereby purchasing and then selling, or made on behalf of all his principals, acting like kacha agent earning only commission. For instance, in case where agent is making taxable supplies and issuing invoice in his own name to the customer, the aggregate turnover shall be value of supplies plus value of commission. The supply of goods after completion of job work by a registered job worker shall be treated as the supply of goods by the principal referred to section 143, and the value of such goods shall not be included in the aggregate turnover of the registered job worker. The ATO of the principal, the value of supplies made by the principal. The ATO of the job worker, the value of the job worker charges only. Section 35, subsection 5, read with rule 80, sub-rule 3, compulsory audit. Every registered person other than those referred to in the proviso to section 35, subsection 5, whose aggregate turnover during a financial year exceeds 2 crore rupees, INR 2 crore, shall get his accounts audited as specified under section 35, subsection 5, and he shall furnish a copy of the audited annual accounts and a reconciliation statement duly certified in form GSTR 9C electronically through the common portal, either directly or through a facilitation center notified by the Commissioner. Aggregate turnover, registration required, applicability. Earlier limits for the sale of goods or providing services. If aggregate turnover exceeds rupees 20 lakh, registration is required for normal category states, and its applicability was up to 31st March 2019. If the aggregate turnover exceeds rupees 10 lakh for special category states, applicability is up to 31st March 2019. New limits for the sale of goods. If aggregate turnover exceeds rupees 40 lakh, the registration is required for normal category states, and its applicability commenced from 1st April 2019. If aggregate turnover exceeds rupees 20 lakh, registration is required for special category states. Its applicability started from 1st April 2019. New limits for providing services. No change in the threshold limits for service providers. Persons providing services need to register if their ATO exceeds 20 lakh rupees for normal category states and 10 lakh rupees for special category states. The expression special category states shall mean the states as specified in Article 279A 4G of the Indian Constitution. Normal category states or union territories who opted for a new limit of rupees 40 lakhs. Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Chandigarh, Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, and Daman and Diu, Delhi, Goa, Gujarat, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Jharkhand, Karnataka, Kerala, Lakshadweep, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Odisha, Punjab, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal. Normal category states who choose status quo, only Telangana. Special category states or union territories who opted for new limit of rupees 40 lakhs, Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh and Assam. Special category states or union territories who opted for new limit of rupees 20 lakhs, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Puducherry, Sikkim, Tripura and Uttarakhand. Illustrations. Serial number 1. If exempted supply is 20 lakh rupees and non-taxable supply is 20 lakh rupees and taxable supply is 0 rupees and the ATO amounts to 40 lakh rupees. Here registration is not required because no taxable supply, no TS of even 1 rupee. Section 23 of the CGST Act 2017 is applicable. Serial number 2. Exempted supply is 20 lakh rupees. Non-taxable supply is 21 lakh rupees. Taxable supply is 0 rupees. Here the ATO is 41 lakh rupees. Registration is not required because no taxable supply, TS of even 1 rupee. In this case, Section 23 of the CGST Act 2017 is applicable. Serial number 3. Exempted supply 20 lakh rupees. Non-taxable supply 20 lakh rupees. Taxable supply is 1 lakh rupees. The ATO is 41 lakh rupees. Here registration is required under section 22 of the CGST Act because taxable supply is 1 lakh rupees and aggregate turnover is greater than the threshold limit. Aggregate turnover is 41 lakh rupees and threshold limit is 40 lakh rupees. That's why registration is required under this situation. Who is a taxable person in GST? A person who is registered or is liable to be registered under the law is a taxable person in GST. A person is liable to be registered under the law under two categories. First, person liable to be registered mandatorily. Second, person liable to be registered provided aggregate turnover ATO of supply of goods or services or both exceeds threshold limit. The basic conditions to be satisfied for a person to be liable to be registered under the law. The basic conditions to be satisfied for a person to be registered under the law can be divided in two parts. If a person satisfies any of the two given conditions, he would be liable to be registered under the law. Condition 1. The following persons are mandatorily required to be registered under the GST irrespective of any threshold limit. Persons making any interstate taxable supply. Second, CTP, casual taxable persons making taxable supply. Section 2 subsection 20 of the CGST Act 2017 defines a casual taxable person means a person who occasionally undertakes transactions involving supply of goods or services or both in the course or furtherance of business, whether as principal agent or in any other capacity, in a state or a union territory where he has no fixed place of business. Persons who are required to pay tax under reverse charge. Persons who are required to pay tax under subsection 5 of section 9 of the CGST Act 2017, which prescribes for reverse charge on aggregator. Non-resident taxable persons making taxable supply. Persons who are required to deduct tax under section 51 whether not separately registered under the CGST Act 2017. Person who make taxable supply of goods or services or both on behalf of other taxable persons whether as an agent or otherwise. Input service distributor whether not separately registered under the CGST Act 2017. Persons who supply goods or services or both other than supply specified under subsection 5 of section 9 through such electronic commerce operator who is required to collect tax at source under section 52 of the CGST Act 2017. Every electronic commerce operator. Every person supplying online information and database access or retrieval services from a place outside India to a person in India other than a registered person. Such other person or class of persons as may be notified by the government on the recommendations of the council. Condition 2. Person has to satisfy all the three conditions as provided below. First, the person should be a supplier of goods or services or both. Second, the person should be engaged in making intra-state taxable supplies of goods or services or both. However, a person who exclusively supplies goods or services or both wholly exempt from tax is not required to be registered. Third, the supplier's aggregate turnover in a financial year must exceed the threshold limit as specified under the CGST Act 2017. Person liable for registration in state or union territory, section 22(1) of the CGST Act 2017. Every supplier shall be liable to be registered under this act in the state or union territory other than special category states, from where he makes a taxable supply of goods or services or both if his aggregate turnover in a financial year exceeds 20 lakh rupees, provided that where such person makes taxable supplies of goods or services or both from any of the special category states, he shall be liable to be registered if his aggregate turnover ATO in a financial year exceeds 10 lakh rupees. Provided further that the government may, at the request of a special category state and on the recommendations of the council, enhance the aggregate turnover referred to in the first proviso from 10 lakh rupees to such amount not exceeding 20 lakh rupees and subject to such conditions and limitations as may be so notified. Provided also that the government may, at the request of a state and on the recommendations of the council, enhance the aggregate turnover from 20 lakh rupees to such amount not exceeding 40 lakh rupees in case of supplier who is engaged exclusively in the supply of goods, subject to such conditions and limitations as may be notified. Notification number 10/2019 Central Tax dated 7th March 2019. As per the press release of the Ministry of Finance dated 10th January 2019, the GST Council on its 32nd meeting held on 10th January 2019 under the chairmanship of the Union Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs late Mr. Arun Jaitley in New Delhi took the major decisions to give relief to MSME micro, small, medium enterprises including small traders, that there were two threshold limits for exemption from registration and payment of GST for the suppliers of goods, namely 40 lakh rupees and 20 lakh rupees. It has been decided by the council that the states would have an option to decide about one of the limits within a week time. The threshold for registration for service providers would continue to be 20 lakh rupees in case of normal category states and in case of special category states 10 lakh rupees. Please take notice. The threshold limit for registration is 20 lakh rupees, 10 lakh in case of special category states as per section 22. However, the exemption from registration is given exclusively to the persons engaged in supply to goods to 40 lakh rupees by invoking the provisions of section 23 subsection 2 without intercepting the provisions of section 22. Accordingly, the aforesaid exemption notification gives exemption from registration but those who are already registered under section 22 by virtue of registration threshold of 20 lakh rupees has been given the option to continue with the registration without following the registration compliance of voluntary registration under section 25 subsection 3. The aforesaid notification shall come with effect from 1st April 2019. However, in order to remove the aforesaid mentioned anomaly, government has inserted a proviso to section 22 subsection 1 VD clause 93 of Finance Act 2019. Effective date is notified as 1st January 2020. VD notification number 01/2020. Central tax dated 1st January 2020 that the government may, at the request of his state and on the recommendations of the council, enhance the ATO from 20 lakh rupees to such amount not exceeding 40 lakh rupees in case of supplier who is engaged exclusively in the supply of goods, subject to such conditions and limitations as may be notified. Explanation. For the purpose of this subsection, a person shall be considered to be engaged exclusively in the supply of goods, even if he is engaged in exempt supply of services provided by way of extending deposits, loans, or advances in so far as the consideration is represented by way of interest or discount. It is significant to note that the aforesaid explanation in section 22(1) of the CGST Act 2017 was not present in the notification number 10/2019 CT dated 7th March 2019 as discussed above. Hence, it would be difficult to state if the exempt supply of such services can also be considered for claiming exemption up to 40 lakh rupees in case the person is exclusively engaged in supply of goods for such period, namely 1st April 2019 to 31st December 2019. For instance, Vikrant Store is engaged exclusively in supply of mobile parts whose turnover is 35 lakh rupees. He is also engaged in lending money against which he receives interest of 10 lakh rupees as a consideration. In this case, even though his total turnover exceeds 40 lakh rupees, but for the purposes of calculating ATO under section 22(1), the exempt supply of service, namely services provided by way of extending deposits, loans, or advances in so far as the consideration is represented by way of interest or discount, shall not be taken into account. Hence, Vikrant Store can be said to be eligible for exemption. Many thanks to you. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. I have made you understand in a very lucid manner the concept of ATO vis-a-vis registration under section 22 subsection 1 of the CGST Act 2017. Thank you. Break a leg.